Good morning, sunshines. Look who's not having a breakdown today. It's me. Good morning, guys. You guys jump on, say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS in the comments. You guys are like butterfly strong. We're talking about Witten, so you're doing your 3 beautiful blue butterflies. So I love that. If this is a rewatch later on, let me know, because I know this is super random, but it seems like you guys are getting the hang of it. You've got your notifications on because you pop on when I'm here, whether it's 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, or 8 at night. So you guys are killing the game. And we always start off by saying something we're grateful for. I'll show you guys Woody John in a second. He's over there with his daddy, just sitting in the stroller calling grandma to figure out what we need next, because we definitely peed everywhere last night. So good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Marlise. How are you guys? So what are you grateful for today? Every single day, no matter what, doesn't matter what we're talking about. I know we're about to review my 20 months old first round of chemo, but there's so much to be grateful for in this moment, especially like we talked about yesterday, when you're advocating and you're making decisions that you know benefit you instead of making decisions that are harming you. That's when it's really challenging to find gratitude, right? So, and it could just even be like, I'm grateful for advocating for myself. I'm grateful for making positive decisions. I'm grateful for making hard decisions. I'm grateful for my strength. And you guys, today I am so damn grateful for each and every one of your messages, which is going to be a lot about what we talk about today in terms of support. And I want to share with you how our last 24 hours has been since I was having my breakdown yesterday. So first of all, support, because this is going to be a quick message. Support. Okay. So since we've been going through this for a couple weeks now, in terms of actual hospitalization and figuring out and diagnosing what's going on with Witten John and his diabetes insipidus and his 3 lesions and his Langerhans cell histiocytosis, and figuring out chemo and radiation and all that, the amount of reach outs you guys have done has been absolutely incredible. Hi, big boy. What's wrong? You want more? His bagel's right there, babe. I think he wants more. Oh, it's been absolutely incredible. This morning I woke up and I was trying to go through all of my messages on Facebook and just seeing all of the different just things that you guys are coming at me with, right? People that that have LCH. Nobody with DI except for one person so far. That's the only reach out we've had. But people that have had LCH, people who have had chemo, people who, as mothers, who have gone through the same things, who have gone through the same treatments, sharing and being willing and open to support us through their experience. So them reaching out to support us, and every one of you, and just your positive messages, your humorous messages, your videos, your songs, your prayers, that support that we're receiving so strong. What's wrong? Do you want me to hold you? No. You sad again? We're not really sure what the roids are going to do, this little baby boy. So that's going to be interesting. But just receiving all that support, and I was just blown away again by everything that you guys are supplying, and the way that you, cat, you see that just right there, right? So all of the way that you guys do that and being willing to receive it. And I shared this with you guys before. I have been one to ward off support before. I've been one to be I'm so strong that I would be so strong and alone because I wasn't allowing for other people to help me. And I've been given lots of different lessons since my concussion started of how to receive support, and been working on that in my life. But all of you guys, it's just been such a beautiful thing, right? So as I'm going through my message, I'm trying to heart everything. I'm responding. I'm making a list, you guys, literally of my support system. My list in my notes, I use notes all the time. It's called support system, right? And I have a full list of every one of you that reach out that have gone through something similar that maybe could provide me help, right? From people who work on the chemo hall to chemo nurses to people with LCH, people that know people with LCH, people, the one person with DI, right? People who have recommendations about children. All of you guys are on a list, right? It's okay, so here's people that I can reach out to, which is so beautiful. And then at the same time, I made a supporting list, because we're always being supported and we're always supporting. I know that my message are supporting a lot of people out here because they're sharing how this is giving them strength when they haven't had strength around this area of their life, because it's giving them hope and light and maybe a different perspective. So there's that support. But then there's also a lot of direct messages of people who are going through or have recently gone through some serious effing life that's been really challenging for them, right? And I'm looking at how I can support them. So I'm just going to mention this because this message has just been delivered to me, and I just feel it touches my heart so much. So you guys know that I do that program called I Am Journey, right? It's one of my passion projects. It's not even mine. God just delivered it to us. All of a sudden it became a thing. We have these incredible women who are learning these tools that I talk about. They're doing lessons where they're learning about gratitude, about peace, about focus, about visioning, about anchoring, about self-love, about communication with those around you, about, positivity, and learning how to just not survive through life, but thrive through life, right? So with that, I've been thinking so much about how I could support you guys with scholarships, like basically like just a free program. And it's like almost $1,000 program, right? For any single person who's going through something, or is the supporter of someone who's going through something, you know, or is recently like needs that in their world. So at first it just started like children's. I was like, you know what, I should reach out to all families of Children's Hospital, because if these other mothers had these tools, I feel like they would have so much more light and love in their heart. Yesterday I shared about how when we walked into oncology, when we were checking in, or 2 days ago, when we walked in, John was like telling jokes, right? Like he's like, oh, which suite is ours? And like he was so lighthearted, and the nurses were like, we don't, like, they didn't even understand his humor, because nobody's humor is in there, because it's so heavy and dark and tough. And a nurse, actually, Joy, reached out to me and she's like, yeah, we don't see that at all. But the thing is if we could inspire and support more people for alternative perspective on life, and yes, there's hard times, but supporting them with perspective, how beautiful would that be? So I was thinking about like, how can I support them to receive some sort of guidance, coaching, support, where they could do it on their own anytime. So I just want to offer that out there. If you're going through something, if you need support in your life, if you have something, if you're the primary or the secondary caretaker of someone who's going through something that you're working on managing that, reach out to me so I can scholarship you that program, so you can have that and not worry about costs or any different pieces, but you can have that light and love in your heart. I haven't figured out yet. I have to have I'm bringing in a business partner to support that thing, like another support, right? They'll support me so I can support you, so we can support each other. And they'll bring that in, which is going to be amazing. So just reach out to me so I can start making a list of who I can support. I want to know who I can pray for and who I can support, because you guys have some amazing stories. And again, different gravity doesn't mean anything. What you're going through is real. Want me to hold you? Want me to hold you, me?
No, we're going to go inside.
Okay.
And get some food.
Breakfast? Okay, I'll be right in there. They're going to go get some food, you guys. Sweetie John, say love you. Good morning, sunshines. So supporting one another, and how support is receiving and giving, right? So I welcome the support. I love you guys. Thank you so much. There's also, you guys, it's been brought to my attention that there's a GoFundMe page that my sister-in-law made for us, just because I can't work and I don't have like an employer. So there's that piece of it. And then just all of the insurance unknowns, and Witty being in long-term, like this is not ending. And I was like blown away to go in there, and like, I am like there's people that I don't even know who are giving. There's anonymous, there's people, like, I mean, like, it's wild support. And instead of feeling awkward about it, I just feel grateful and full of love. So here we go with life, and then Witty update, and then we're done. What are you doing in terms of supporting other people through the experiences you've been through? And how are you receiving support? I think all of us should have a note in our phone of who's supporting us and who we are supporting. How awesome would that be if all of us had that in our worlds, right? If you've been through a divorce and you know somebody else who's going through a divorce and they're struggling through like how to manage that and they need support, are you reaching out to support them? Or if you need the support, are you asking, hey guys, I'm going through some stuff right now, I could use some support of somebody else who's been through financial crisis or lost their job, or their dog died, like whatever it is, wherever you need that support, right? Asking and receiving, because we learn and we grow through sharing experiences. Okay. So that's the support piece, right? I love it. Mercedes, Nanette, Jen, Melissa, Facebook user. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry I don't get to know all of your guys' names on here, but thank you so much. Okay, so next piece of it, Witty John, our last 24 hours. When I talked to you guys last time, I was literally having an utter freaking breakdown because they were restricting his water. And I told you guys, honestly, managing his diabetes insipidus has been the most challenging part of this whole situation, even though obviously the LCH is a major thing and we're treating it with chemo and radiation. Like, that has been like, ugh. So that was a rockin' nasty night. Throughout the day, we were able to start to manage things and kind of get him on some sort of plan, but not really, but whatever. Last night was beautiful, you guys. Basically, I went back to Mexico. Like, they didn't give him any medication. We left him unmedicated, and I managed through what I know how to do, which is every single hour he would wake up. He would ask for water. He'd have this huge ass diaper. I'd give him water. I'd change his diaper. I weigh the diaper. I document everything. I'd go back to sleep for about 40 minutes. He would wake up again. And we did this all night long. And he slept for almost 12 hours. And I am so blessed and so thankful and so energized without sleep, because I know that he had a good night and he feels strong in his heart. So that is such a blessing. So that's his diabetes insipidus. They're going to measure us. We're going to work with endocrinology all day today. to try to figure out his dosage, because that's really like one of our major challenging pieces. Yesterday's surgery, his port went amazing. He did great with anesthesia. The port looks beautiful. There's different complications you can have. Nothing with that. So praise be, knock on all the things, whatever, like everything looks good. They're able to do his draws through there for a sodium check. So there's much less distraction, pain, and irritation for him, which is amazing. All day they were trying to figure out how to get his prednisone in him. So he would like take it and barf it up, and then take it and then barf it up. So like I've been barfed on more times than you can imagine. Suggestion, somebody's like, hey, put on one of the doctor's like robes, so when he like barfs, you know, you're good. We finally got it into him last night through this little chocolate syrup. I'm going to need some serious education and support on how to get medication in a baby, because he takes prednisone twice a day, which tastes god awful. He takes his DI medication twice a day. He takes something for like his mouth and thrush that can develop. He takes something for irritation of the stomach to fix everything else. That he takes, like, so there's a lot of different things that I have to figure out how to get in. Like he won't even take Tylenol right now because he's so pissed off about taking medications. So that's going to be a learning curve for me, and I appreciate any suggestions you guys have. We're going to work on a sticker chart, like that will document when we do what, working with Big Brother, different things to put it in. We don't even know, but that's going to be like a whole new world. His chemo was the easiest part of the day. Easiest part of the day, you guys. They walked in, we were in our room, they put it in his port. It took like 10 minutes. He was sitting there. He's a little tired afterwards. Like today, he's like a little bit like tired and off, but you guys, otherwise it was beautiful. And I understand that like the results could be like days after, but I'm just so grateful for such a smooth treatment of that. We're about to go to our chemo class right now to learn more about it, but this is where we are at. I feel good. I feel energized. I feel light. I feel your guys' support. I feel like I'm able to support others. So right now in this moment, you guys, thank you, God, for this moment, for this exact moment, because that light and love that we're able to share back and forth, I feel like we're going to have so much growth and learning through one another on this. So I love you guys too. Karen, Karina, how are you guys? If this message is to like touches you and you believe support is something that we need, one way you can support is by sharing it, not for anything for me, you guys, but for sharing with other people to light up the world. You guys know that my mission is to ignite smiles and inspire confidence. And through that, it's the more sharing that we can do. And those messages that I get from people I don't even know saying, hey, I have a story too. And your story is helping heal me from something that happened 25 years ago. Thank you so much. That means the world of difference. So if you're willing to do any of that sharing, that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's it, you guys. I love you so much. I will give you an update. Hopefully we go home today, but we have no idea. So we're going to go take a chemo class. We're going to play trains with my son, who's going to come and do stuff with us. We're going to hope we get our medicine good. We're going to learn some different things today, and it's going to be a fan-fucking-tastic day. John Carroll said to stop cussing, but I did anyways. Don't tell him. Shh. Okay, you guys. Love you. Bye.